dust settled a little bit. This is our new auction purchase. Kind of won this little unit by accident. Put a bid on it because these are good old tractors. I've had one before. And I really didn't expect to win it. It's a Kubota L175. Mid-70s, 2-cylinder diesel, 6-speed transmission, high and low. So you got, no, 8-speed, I'm sorry. Is it 8-speed? Yeah, 8-speed, so 4-speed, high and low. It's got good tires on it. They got some cracking. Somebody went a little wild with the blue paint. Because that's your exhaust manifold and exhaust system painted blue. Kind of reminds me of that one picture from Bam Margera where they painted everything in the kitchen blue. But pretty straight for an old tractor. I mean, this is like the only dent I can see in it. Normally this is all beat up, the grill's all banged out of these things. The one major problem we have, it's probably pretty apparent. There's no air left in this tire. Probably because our wheel is Swiss cheese. Somebody tried to duct tape the inside, but it's just no good. Good news is it came with another tire. It came with another tire on a wheel. But this is a clamp style wheel where the one on our little tractor over there has got the welded in centers. I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal. I'm going to try and cut the center out of that one, weld it into this one. It's only a tractor. I mean, you're not going real fast. If it's got a little bit of wiggle, it won't be the end of the world. But yeah, that's the plan. I figured I'd make a quick little video on this thing because I don't know, kind of neat. Like I said, I only paid $1,000 for it. Don't really need it. I've got 2 other tractors, one a little bit smaller, one a little bit bigger than this. So we'll probably end up flipping it, but for now I'll make you guys a video on it. I guess you're gonna want some glow plug. I guess it wasn't really running that long. Alright, get her to the shop. Didn't even realize you had factory Kubota weights on there. I guess we'll yank them off. So if it wasn't clear before, yeah, calcium. It's really corrosive. This wheel didn't have much long to live. Alright, well, before I did that, I probably should have measured to make sure we can make this center work. I mean, I know we'll make it work, but... Just some quick measurements, and distance from there to there, 21.5 inches. From there to there is like 14. Oh, thanks. I don't think I needed that. And there to there is like 14. Same thing, 21.5 across. So it's close enough that we'll be able to make it work. So I guess let's get that center cut out of there. And we'll clean that up, slap her in there, and see what comes of it. What are you doing? You just can't resist an open wheel, huh? Just gotta drop the ball in there, huh? Yep. Alright, let's get this center cut out of here. This one's already cut out for us, so. I underestimated that thing. It was in there better than I thought. This weld here was kicking my butt. Didn't realize there was a little bit more on the bottom, but okay. I just got that laying in there, but if I find I need to be 3 inches off the floor from to the hub face. So I find a 3-inch blocker, stack stuff up there, clean this one up a little bit. We'll set that in there, make some marks. Weld her in. Alright, we got our center cleaned up. Obviously the one that was rotted off was the worst. It's a little thin, but I think we'll have enough metal to weld to. Found a piece of box tube that's exactly the size we need to set that on. So, assuming our floor is flat, well, it's going to be flat enough. We should be able to just set this rig down in there. And yeah, pretty much just line it up the best we can. And in theory, that should be pretty much where it's got to be. Well, it's all cleaned up. It's time to tack this in place. Now, I kind of had the thought that maybe we should try to release the air out of this, but then I realized that this wheel is filled with some sort of fluid, I think calcium as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in place, tack it up real good, put the valve stem upward, and take the valve core out, and then we'll weld it. And that way, if any pressure gets in there, don't blow up on us. I don't think it's going to blow up, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. This could be fun. It's actually not that heavy. I think it went like that. Let's see if we can put that. This is probably a good way to break your wrist or something. Okay. Spin this on the hub now. Okay. All right. I think they've gone a little overboard with the weld. There definitely wasn't that much weld on there before, but no, whatever. Let's put it this way, I don't think it's gonna fall off. Now, for the moment that we've all been waiting for, at least I know I have, let me sit you guys down. I'm going to spin this wheel and see how far out of whack we are. All right. I don't know, guys. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I don't think it's bad at all. Well, it's getting late. Pretty dark out. I'm gonna head inside for the night, and we'll pick back up on this tomorrow night after work. Well, tire's still up. Looks like we leaked a little bit of the calcium goo out of there, but other than that, I can't fault that. However, I'm sometimes better at creating problems than fixing them. I was messing with this decomp lever, which the decompression lever basically opens the valves. So the motor spins over faster and easier, and then you pull the decomp and it re-engages compression to the engine. Anyway, I was just fiddling around with it and I pushed it the wrong way. And now it's stuck and has valve stuck down. So we gotta pull the valve cover off and try and undo my mistake. probably blow the dust off this before we pull the cover off actually, but get these loose, get plug free. Boy, that's all that pretty good yet. Poof. Wow. Okay, there we go. Let me blow the dust off that quick. I'm not even sure we gotta take this fully off, but basically just lift this up. I'll kind of show you how this works and what messed up here. It says here, decomp. I'm not sure how I did it, but basically all it does is push down on the valves. You'll see it's got these little knobs there. It looks like it pushes down on the what would that be? Intake valves, I guess. But somehow I over-centered it. I said just messing around. And it's supposed to be like this. As you can see there, it rolls that down like that, and that'll push the corresponding valves down. Unfortunately, the cable's broke, so this one hasn't worked in a long time. I don't really think it's something you need often. Put that back on. Oof, that was loose. So I don't know if you guys seen that video I did of my great-grandfather's tractor, the L175 DT. That one, the decompression actually still works. The cable's free and everything. We used to use it when the battery would get a little low in the wintertime. You pull that decompression, you pop start, because growing up, we lived on a hill. Yeah, so you see right now. I'll demonstrate that here. We'll crank it a little bit. Anyway, we lived on a hill, so the battery would always be weak. We'd park at the top of the hill, pull decompression, get it going in a high gear, kick the decompression off. Because the idea is it gets the motor spinning up quicker, generates a little bit more heat in the cylinders. And when you give it compression, just like the old Pony Start engines, you know, you run them up with decompression engaged. But anyway, I'll show you what's going on here. So here's the crank with decompression in. You hear a tone change, and that's just, there's no compression in the motor, so it spins over freer. Okay, another thing is the oil pressure light never goes out. Now, this thing runs really well, and it doesn't knock and bang, and there's oil up under the valve cover we just seen, so this thing's, it's got oil pressure. I believe this here is our oil pressure sensor. I'm not exactly sure how to test it. We're going to figure it out. It could just be a bad connection. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this off of there. And we're going to find out if it works by grounding or if it works by power. So, alright, so with this not attached, the light's out. We attach it, the light comes back on. So I'm going to chalk this up to a sensor issue. I don't think I have a sensor we can use here. We got working fender lights. I think headlights work too. Maybe not. I don't know. I thought the headlights worked. Let's see, what do we got going on? Oh, there's one. Yeah, one of them working. Good chance this one works too. Well, I'm not gonna get too picky. We got high beams on both sides, but only low beams on this side. At least got lights. I think this switch here goes to this flasher, and it's supposed to make these flash like 4 ways. I don't know if I have a flasher or not. Let me look at my box of stuff, see if I have one of them or not. I don't think that's coming back to life. I mean, maybe. But I kind of doubt it. But yeah, this definitely was meant to make these lights get brighter on like a flasher. If you watch this, clip them together. So yeah, we'll get a new flash relay and make that operational again. So if you can't tell, we're just going through a punch list fixing little random problems with this thing. Mainly because I like tinkering, but also because if I'm going to resell this, I want it to be fully operational. And if we're going to keep it in the barn, I want it to be fully operational. So next on the list is this clevis was missing. I have a bunch of these clevises from fiberglass pools. Every pool comes with like 4 of these things in a little chain. But the clevis pin's a little too big to fit through the hole there, so we're going to rip this bracket off quick, hopefully. And we'll drill that. And we'll drill this out a little bit bigger. Gonna bore it out a little bit here. Don't want it to be too sloppy, but that should do it. Well, I think it should do it. Perfect. Okay. So, in case you're wondering what that is all about, so these are your draft links, and those are like the stops. So, if your hole have like a trailer mover on here, you want these to be tight, because otherwise, when you trailer, if you're going down a hill and they're loose, it'll sway. So, it's kind of important to have them. Or if you're working, you have a big brush mower in the back, that whole thing can rock back and forth. So you want to get them adjusted up nice and tight. Not super tight, but tight enough that it moves up and down freely, but you don't want side-to-side play, because if you go down a hill like this and it kicks and that brush hog slides, it could either tip the tractor, make you slide. It's just not a good thing to be involved with. Look what showed up. Good old AC Delco oil pressure sender. It's dark out, but it's not nighttime. It's about 6 o'clock. I figure I got minutes while the truck warms up. We're actually heading down to a friend you guys may know, Double NKH. But we're going down there to help him out with the skid loader. But let's throw this pressure sensor in here real quick. new part. We're just gonna have to change it over to a spade terminal, but this red stuff's actually thread sealant and kind of like Loctite, so no need for tape on that. Come on now. Change this over to a spade. Okay, plug her in and crank her up. Oil lights on. Let's see, I don't know if the battery's up enough to crank it, but we'll hope so. Guess that's a no. Stand by. Alright. Look at that. I'm not worried about the charge light. We know that works. But oil pressure light goes out. And we'll still have oil pressure. So I think we'll call that a fix. But anyway, I gotta go get in the truck and like I said, head down to our buddy Chris's house and spread some gravel. Well, I haven't found any attachments using this thing, and it doesn't look like I'm going to, because I don't want to buy something just to film for this video. But as you've seen, we fixed this tractor up and runs pretty good now. Just about everything's fixed on it. So I'm going to leave the end of this video with some clips from a show we went to this past weekend. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. So this past weekend we went out to this old-fashioned equipment show out in Windsor, PA. And this shovel belongs to my friend Frank. His YouTube channel is 73 Diamond Rio. You should go check it out. He's got some videos of getting this machine going, and I know he recently did one about repairing the radiator in it. But yeah, he's pretty good at running these shovels, and he's got a couple other old friction machines, and he's always tinkering with stuff. But he was nice enough to let me try it. So you'll see a clip of that here soon. And yeah, let's say I'll stick to my hydraulic excavators.